says diversity, again, there's the things that pop up on the front page. This is what you've done in the community. These are the people that, when I look at your website, I mean, is it all the same people, or you get a feel for it? So there's companies that are now, because they realize they're working in a global marketplace, have come to realize there's a business case. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, I talk to CEOs and they're like, you know, we got a problem with that word diversity. And we'll start to talk and they'll go, well, Fields, that's just good business sense. I said, well, I call that diversity. Every time I say diversity, it looks like you ate a lemon. So let's not use that word. If that's the word that's sort of bothering you, okay, the word is you want to get the best people in here to get your job done, right? Yeah, so let's use another word. So once you get past that thing that's sort of bothering everybody, it does good business. If I want to sell beer to people in Mexico, it makes sense to have somebody from Mexico at least taste it before it goes out the back door. It just makes good sense. So when you're looking for your job, if diversity is important to you, here's my 10-minute guide. Before you send in that resume for the job, visit local library, pull out your laptop, smartphone, 7 quick checks. Short on time, you can pick 4 of these. No particular order. Take a look at the board. Quick check. Everybody look the same? All men? And if you think this doesn't matter, ask the people at Facebook. Zuckerberg. I guess you guys know Zuck, right? And he said, he got up and it was Facebook, and he said, why aren't there any women? Right? Zuck said, I can't find any. Cheryl's sitting right there. Cheryl's right there. She's right here. Okay, that's not an excuse anymore. Not an excuse. Okay? When people tell me I can't find women, I said, you know I can hear you, right? You know that came out of your mouth, right? With half the planet being women, right? Everybody you're walking by every day being women. Half these, you can't find women. There's women running hospitals. There's women running libraries. There's women running institutions. You can't find women. You don't want to find women. Well, Fields, you go too far. You don't want to find women. Right? Don't say that. Now, if you have a problem, I'll send you 10 killer women. 10. They're not playing. They're not playing. So if they tell me you're wasting their time, they're not going to be mad at you. They'll be mad at me. Okay? And then I put the icing on the cake. I said, tell your wife I said hi. Fields, you go too far. I said, tell your wife I said hi. Tell her I said hi. You got to stop playing. If you mean it, do the work. If you mean it. If you don't, can't find women, there are none. Take a look at the About Us page. Another snapshot. Another first impression. Okay? Don't stop. One of the major themes, how am I doing on time? Okay. One of the major themes of race to diversity is we call it's the company you keep. Just in everyday life, you can learn a tremendous amount about a person by the group of the company they keep. Who are their references, their affiliations? Who are their friends? Who holds the same truth for the company? What national or local affiliations are on their website? Is it a one-way conversation? I look at a lot of companies that have won a lot of diversity awards. You go to their website, it's just them talking about it. It's their press release, okay? They just gave money to this school. Okay, quick check, I go to the school. Did the school say the same thing? I mean, if you gave that type of money, there should be a big picture of you and the CEO. I mean, this should be a good thing, right? So if I go to the school's website and they don't mention you at all, well, that doesn't mean it didn't happen, but I got to do some more digging. Is it just you talking about how great you are? It's like anybody else. Is it your press clippings or the local announcers saying what a great kid you are? Check out the local and national supplier diversity. Small business, entrepreneur events. Does the company attend? Do they sponsor? Do they participate? Job fairs. Does the company participate? Do they show up at your university? Active social media conversations. And this is where, again, I teach a course up at Chicago State, and after the course, a lot of kids, well, I call kids, but they feel like, I got to get that stuff off my Facebook page. Yeah, you got to get that stuff off your Facebook page. When you put it out, it's out there, guys. It's just, companies are checking. So if you need to have that stuff, so some people need to have that stuff on there. They just do. They're doing what they call selfies and stuff, So some people have to do that. They just have to. I don't know why. So have a separate page. Get a business page. Have another page where people are going to see that you're serious about something. Does the company walk the talk? And lastly, this is where if I've got 2 seconds and somebody's telling me how great they are with diversity, Google. That's the word. Google. I just love Google. Google's unbelievable. Yeah. So I'm sitting there talking to them, and I put their name, the company name in, and I Google diversity, and bang, it's right there. Now, if they've won these awards, I'm saying, man, we need to talk about an article in the magazine. If they're not, I said, man, tell your wife I said hi. So, with that, questions?
Probably get about 7 or 8
Wow,
minutes here. If you want to just, you can come down if you want.
What inspired you to start Racing Toward Diversity magazine? It actually, I got a good friend here. My mentor here is Charles Pittman, and I think he knows this story. I would go to dinner parties with my wife, and as you know, everybody's sitting around and you're talking, and invariably it would come up, and sports would come up, and football, and again, I live down in North Carolina, and you can tell by my accent. So I'm down there, and it would just come up. So they're talking about sports and football, and somebody at the party would go, well, Fields owned the NASCAR team. And heads were like, NASCAR? So, depending on the makeup of the party, that led to a sort of interesting discussion. Normally, and I'm just going to, it would be like an African-American person that might have had a little bit too much to drink. They'd come up and say, I can't believe that you participated in such a racist sport. Oh, man. I said, well, I lost a lot of money, but I had a good time there. I got to meet Jeff Gordon. I got to meet some pretty nice people. And I said, well, the thing is, NASCAR, they got some work they need to do.